What's good, guys? How's it going? All right. I think everything's good. Well, it's been a while. Let's see here. This thing going. All right. Well, it's been a minute. I took past, I guess, well, week, 2 weeks, whatever. It kind of recharged. Got new internet today. So testing that out. A lot of moving parts. So it's been a little while since I streamed, but I am alive. It's just been taking it easy, and doing all that stuff. What's good, Lights Out? J-Pan, Frag, Vicious, what's good, guys? And Pink is in the stream as well, if she's still here.
Hi.
Wait, can you hear?
Can you hear me?
I think they can. Talk again?
Well, I kind of turned it down a little bit because I didn't know if it was too loud.
What's good, Splinter? I think everybody can hear you.
Hi, Vicious.
Yeah, they can hear you.
Yeah, okay.
So, just been taking it easy the past few weeks. Played some Cyberpunk. I've been playing some of that. Really enjoyed that game. Kind of just taking a little break from content creation for a little while. Always good to
Hey, Splinter.
kind of reestablish. But we're gonna be doing just some regular Nightblade PvP today. So the internet upgrade, it's a gigabit speed, so it's like it's 1,000 upload, 1,000 download. It's sick. So we're streaming at 2K at 1440, 15,000 bit rate, and unlimited. So it'll be pretty fun. Am I in BR? I don't even know what campaign I'm in. No, I haven't been on ESO the past few weeks. Been taking it easy. We're running my conventional spec. Just Night Mother's Retchy Vitality Battler. Alright. We'll check it out down here. I pop my food up. Siege 3, we got Purifying Bloody Moron. That's not what we want. Yeah, I haven't even played the past few weeks. What's good, Groot? How you doing, man? I've really just taken some time off from doing videos and streaming for a little bit. What was I wanting to do? I want to turn video. Let's turn the DualSense on. Okay. Now I need to. What's going on with my controller? Reload the UI. The one that gives you major breach whenever you critically strike. Well, it's been a while since I played, so hopefully I'm not too rusty.
How long has it been? It
Since-
hasn't been that long.
It's been at least a week.
I mean, yeah, I know it's been a week, but it hasn't been like weeks. I mean, maybe like a week and a half.
Yeah, a week and a half. No, it's Death Dealers. I'm running Balor as my monster. You can type in !stam NB for the build. That'll give you, you know, what I'm running currently. But I have a build video as well. But this is for my lower CP spec. Like, if you want, like, you know, the best in slot spec, it's gonna be with a little bit more CP. With, like, Rallying Cry. Getting that stupid hitching again. Probably should have reset my computer before I started streaming.
Hey, Groot. Well, that new internet, you should be able to feel the difference, right?
It may help a little bit.
Yeah. I'm gonna let him outside. I'll be back.
Okay.
Love you, bye.
Love you, bye. Yeah, I should have reset my computer, I think. I'm having that stupid hitching again that I had last stream. It'll be fine now. Does Pink have high aisle? I think she does. I think we got the upgraded... I bought her the upgraded edition. I'm doing alright, man. Groot, I'm doing good. Like I said, took a week and a half off from doing any videos and streaming and kind of recharged a little bit. But just getting back in the swing of things. Got a new tile job coming up on Monday. I don't know if I want to be in BR. It's kind of like, meh. Let me go check out. Gray Host. I've not been on the PTS or nothing. I've just been, like I said, literally just kind of detached and played some single player games for a little bit and just did some R&R. Q5 is not bad. Oh, nice, man. Yeah, I haven't, I don't know of anybody who needs it, honestly. I can give it away if you want. I mean, I can give it away to somebody in stream. A giveaway of a giveaway. Alright, we're almost there. So how have you guys been? That's good, man. Yeah, sometimes, you know, you just need those little breaks are just nice to... Just to get some R&R is all it really was. Just kind of figuring out kind of what I want to do. Wanted to just think a little bit. Had some good time just to figure things out, you know. Trying to get the Sork with mech front bar and Mara's back bar. Yeah, it's gonna be rough. I like Mara's double barred. We're just running Wretched Vitality back bar, Night Mother's Gaze front bar with Balor, and Death Dealers is my mythic. Yeah, I've just been thinking a lot about kind of where I want to take the channel. Kind of kind of just looking around at other games and trying to see what I kind of enjoyed doing. I played some... I haven't played it. I really... Well, past week, I would say I spent a lot of time on Cyberpunk. I actually just played that for my first time. Wanted to really give it a try. I played Hogwarts when it came out. I haven't beaten Hogwarts yet. It kind of got kind of boring, if I'm being honest. But I was gonna do some content on that, but I just wasn't enthused with the content that was like, I didn't really feel motivated to cover. I just wanted to just play, you know. I just wanted to just play, if that makes any sense. You know, sometimes like you kind of forget what it's like to just be like a regular gamer, like not doing content for something. Where you just play the game just to play it, just to, you know, your own enjoyment, rather than like trying to teach somebody this or do something like that. You're just playing the game, right? Like, you know, kind of how it's designed to be. So that's what I did with Hogwarts. I did that for a little bit. And then I got into Cyberpunk. And I really, really liked that game. Like, I was playing it and then streaming it to Pink. And I even got her to buy the game. And she played it some last night. And I really, really like Cyberpunk. I'm glad I waited to get most of the problems fixed and where there's a good modding scene now. Thoroughly enjoyed my playthrough in Cyberpunk. It was really good at the very beginning, but it kind of fell apart at the end. I didn't really like the end part. It was kind of fell on its face, you know. It was like a great story, and then it's like, and there it is, you know. It was so good regardless. I've never played the Diablos. I never got into those. We may have to check it out. Interesting. We'll have to check it out for sure. Wait, what? Okay, I'm going this way. And I use a potion accidentally. Yeah, we'll have to check it out for sure then. Oh, I definitely get it. Fitness. I get that a lot too. I think gamers go through that often. You know, it's like nothing catches that spark that you first had again with like a game. Like if you think about it, like ESO was that for most of us, right? And now like ESO's kind of fallen out of love. What was that, bro? Jeez Louise. Bad group over here. There is no way. He must have just been spamming leap then. Did man just cloak or just get a Q? What the frick was that, bro? Man just used a cloak potion. Yeah, I'll be glad when that's fixed. He's just spamming Thunderstorm to get his stand back up. I can't stun him. I don't know if he's using Mars or what, I can't tell. I wish I had fear, but I don't. He's playing so conservative. I don't know why either. He's on a DK, bro. If he would go more offensive, he'd put way more pressure on me. Now I'm gonna get some nasty lag. Can't even cloak. Just a waste of time. Yo, what's this guy doing, yo? Oh man. Golden vendor prediction probably gonna be garbage like it always is. I may reset my game real quick. I should have reset my computer before I started streaming. Close out ESO. Because it started like I'm dropping frames playing it. Let's see if this fixes it. Okay. Well, that was an interesting turn of events. I mean, the DK was fine, but he was just holding block, spamming the Cinder Storm. So it was like, what can I do to his stam? Nothing. And then the Sork couldn't let the other guy fight the other dude, so it was like a interesting turn of events where it was like he just streaked, and then that was just interesting. But I guess it is Friday, and my ping's at 150. See, that just kills me, bro. Ping's at 150. And I just got gigabit internet. 1,000 upload and 1,000 download. And my ping is at like 100. That's just crazy. Oh, I forgot to off the chat up on stream. Not that one. Where is it? That should be it, right? Oh, maybe I copied and pasted the wrong one. There it is. Yeah, that's. There we go. Let me catch back up with stream. I've been pretty good, Rando. Been taking it easy the past week or so. Mars would help a little bit against Nightblades, but not as much. Yeah, Mass Hysteria used to be good. It's better now. But it's better now. But well, I could explain why it's better now. They made it to where it fears multiple people, but also procs major cowardice, reducing your opponent's damage by 430, so it's legit insane for just like reducing their damage. They can have the thing. Performance is getting bad, yeah. Looks like it. Oh, I was going for the kill. Was going to get me killed. Oh, I'm dead, definitely. No. Oh, that was a fat. Oh my goodness, bro. I got 2 fat crits in a row. Holy moly. A fat crit rally and a fat crit heal, too. The healthy offering. There's all these guys in the stealthio. What's good, Money? How you doing, man? I've been doing all right. Doing all right. So where did all these guys come from? They just like chilling in stealth? Like over here or something? Oh man, screw you. I have no idea where these guys are at. I feel like reacting to a video Rich Lambert said it was possible that we can get cross-save in the future. Well, it's a little bit too late for that now, huh? That means morphing servers together, doesn't it? That means not just 3 mega servers, well. That means like, what the, where is everybody at? Over there? Jeez. This is Grey Hill's prime time. So we have 5 or 6 people up there just chilling. Interesting. Interesting. Let's go this way. The problem with Fear, though, is it's so hard to... its bar space is difficult. Bar space is rather difficult right now on most builds. Arctic has been imp at least twice since you last played? Really? That's cool. In Greyhost, or? He's not leading it anymore, or did he, like, abandon it? Or am I'm looking for somebody else's name, aren't I? Ah, I got you. Okay, that's dope. Yeah, it's not Arctic. Yeah, it's somebody. It's another name. So this is Greyhost, right? This is Greyhost, correct? Yeah? Man. Where's everybody at? I mean, I see where the blues are. See if full screen fixes my frame rate drop issues. Seems to. Yeah, seems to. Whoops. There we go. I just can't go off the screen though. That seems to fix it. So I'll just stay in full screen. Just get some weird frame drops. And I don't want to reset my computer. I mean, I would say the PvP pop right now is not healthy. It feels horrible. Like, there's nobody even on. I mean, here's where all the DC is. Found them. But I don't know where the other alliances are. Guess we'll go over this way. Oh. Nice. ESO just crashed. That's nice. Well then. That's sick. We'll go over here, see what's going on. You're telling me people don't want to play another 6 months of Templar and Sork being dog water? I mean, DK is going to be pretty good next patch. Especially with the Snake in the Stars. That'll be a pretty interesting set. Like, we don't even know... The thing is what's scary about Snake in the Stars is we don't even know how it's going to perform in a live environment yet. Like, it could be just absolutely obnoxiously crazy and too overperforming. Then again, it's hard to say exactly how it's going to perform. No way to know exactly. The build is on my YouTube channel, but if you want to know like the sets and whatnot, just have an exclamation mark and then stam NB for the build, and it'll pop up on in chat. Makes it really easy for the build. Yeah, we'll check them out later, hometown. Interesting. So it could be my graphics card. Something could be wrong with my graphics card that I don't even know. I understand why. Like I'm having some encoding or rendering issues. I'm noticing. There's a fat group of yellows here. Yeah, I should have reset my computer. It's freaking dropping frames every 2 seconds. Like when I turn my camera, it like overcompensates the turn. Jeez. I wanted a few of these people, not all of them. There's just too many of them right now. May have to check out IC here in a minute. Possibly. How is the stream look, guys? Just curious, because it's like, seems like it's not losing like a lot of frames, just ever so often. It's like losing 2 frames every. It's like running at like 58 frames per second, at least recording wise. Maybe it should. It maybe doesn't look too crazy on my end, but if you look at the bottom, it goes down from 144 to like 136, 144 to 133. So it maybe not be bad on a visual end, but for like a playing end, it's like very hitchy. I may actually just lower the frame rate to see if that helps. It probably looks fine watching it, but it's annoying when you're playing. I know I'm probably going to get ganked once I start doing this. How do you... I guess I can't adjust the frame rate in here because that wouldn't be a good idea, right, ZeniMax? To be able to adjust your frame rate in game? Nah. Yeah, we're just gonna. It's capped at like 100, I think. Regular. So you remember that beam skill that they showed off from IGN on the Arcanist? That's interesting. Yeah, there's a lot of... Good old Grey Host. I can't wait to get my hands on the new class and just test it out and see how it's gonna be. I just hope it's not clunky. That's the problem I have with every new class. They're always so clunky when they first release. Well, 100% BM. 100%. What's good, Chocobo? That's the problem, is there's no competitive MMOs right now. I mean, Throne and Liberty, I don't know how good it's going to be, but, you know, that's our next option to try. What the? Huh. Oh, what is healing that man? Whatever's healing that man, I need to get some of it. Maybe he popped that ultimate and it like gave him so much. Resistances. I just killed that man falling down. Oh, this should be fun. Dealing with the Zerg. Zergy yellows. My soul tether just didn't stun. My soul tether, I guess lag removes stuns. Confirmed. Lag removes stuns. Oh man, I'm out of Grey House after this. Some things just don't change. You'll probably go to Black Reach in a minute. We were there earlier, but man, it's bad now. Alright, so my oh man. My ultimate just got cancelled. I upgraded to 1,000 megabits download speed internet and 1,000 megabits megabytes upload and download. And I still lag the same, it don't matter. I can't even roll dodge. My ping is... What can I heal myself? I have a vigor. I literally roll dodge, healed 3 times now. Yeah, I'm out of here. Great. Nice. I can't roll dodge heal. Yeah, I know it's server side. It's 1,000. It's 1 gig upload and 1 gig download. 1 gig is what it's called. It's fiber. Let's check out Black Reach. But Black Reach gets none of like the regular like Zergling players, the people that are like squishy. Black Reach is just full of like all the sweat lords like me trying to get good PvP. I will probably do the vendor that I may have. Oh, man. Well, I may hop on some For Honor. I don't want to force this. See what the vendor's got going on. And then do that vendor video, and then maybe hop on some For Honor. Just holy... I've not played any ESO, and like I am gonna try Throne of Liberty 100%. When I'm probably gonna cover it, honestly. I need to cover it. There's some recent news about Throne of Liberty getting finished with whatever you call it, the Korean tests. So that should be interesting to see how that kind of develops. Amazon Game Studios, I think, is going to publish it in the West, so that'll be nice, I guess. Maybe. I don't know. But I'm definitely going to play it for sure. Yeah, it may look good, but we don't know how it's going to play. I'll probably cover it, honestly, on the channel. I'll probably do a video, a short little recap, talk about it and whatnot. I definitely want to get more into the general space, not just be, you know, ESO and that's it, you know. It may be glitchier than New World when it's released, but I mean, we'll see how it goes. Ultima Online, I've never played that. What is that? I've heard of it, but I don't know what even it is. Jeez. Super old school? I don't know if I can play old school. Let's go. Alright, the vendor just spawned. I guess we'll take this keep and then check out the vendor. This isn't too bad here in Blackreach. We'll definitely try out some Throne of Liberty for sure, though. Definitely gonna be playing that. At least trying it out, seeing how it goes. But also, New World is getting some pretty good updates that I've seen. New World's getting cross... What do they call it? Cross server outpost rush. That looks really nice for the overall game in general and its state. That was one problem I had with OPR. And that would have, I mean, if it had cross server OPR, it would literally have made the game so much more alive feeling. Because some servers had, you know, no population, and then other servers, you know, had, you know, more. Obviously, the legacy servers had more pop than, you know, some of the fresh start. Even the fresh start was, they had to combine some of those even after a few weeks. But yeah, I mean, having the cross-platform, cross-server OPR looks pretty good. Yeah, I seen them merge servers with Lilith a few weeks ago. I was playing some New World at the time when they did that, and it definitely helped. The only problem I have though with, like, I don't know. Like, New World is fun, but it's got a lot of other problems besides just population. Like, the combat is janky at times. I don't know. Like, I like it. I like the concept of it. I like playing something new. But it really didn't do the game service enough that it should have, in my opinion. Like, the limited amount of skills, it feels clunky sometimes. The gear progression is kind of is very annoying. Rolling, trying to get best in slot gear without just outright crafting it kind of sucks. That was one thing I didn't like about it, was the crafting itself and just the grind to end game. Like, it's less about, I guess the builds change less, maybe, but on like ESO, for example, like you can just craft, you know, craft your gear or farm it and then reconstruct it. But you gotta think though, right? It's like ESO used to be like that way too, if we're being honest. ESO didn't have a reconstruction system when it first released, so New World may get it. I mean, we're also comparing a 6-year-old, no, almost a 10-year-old MMO to a MMO that's, what, 2 years? A year and a half? I mean, it's obviously going to be leaps and bounds more intricate. I mean, that's being... If you compare New World to what it was 2 years to what New World, or what ESO was after 2 years of release, then I think New World's probably better. If we're being real. Oh, for sure, ESO's combat's way better. Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that. But we're comparing just apples and oranges of just overall features. I think New World definitely is better ESO than it was when that first released. I can't even heal myself. But check out the vendor. Like, New World is probably a better MMO at launch than ESO was. But ESO had better combat. And that's just the big defining factor. Alright. Vendor time. Alright. Let's see here. Alright, so what is going on, guys? So it is February the 24th, and we're checking out what the Golden Vendor has of this week. Blood Drinker. Not really used that much anymore. It may be viable for some type of dual wield spec on the front bar. But for the vast majority of builds, this really isn't that great of a set. You really have to focus on like a lot of the dual wield skills like Blood Craze, and using Bloodthirst. I believe that's what it's called. Like the flurry skill in the dual wield to make that really even usable at all. Elegance, kind of, it's okay. It used to be better, but now it's mainly used for PvE, if anything. Not really for PvP much. Kraglins, I think we just had this a few weeks ago. That's kind of garbage for PvP. Spinners is alright, but there's plenty of other better sets out there right now than spinners and sets like spinners and Spriggans. So this is really kind of garbage. What's not garbage is Magma Incarnate. This is actually pretty decent, especially for the one piece, which I'm definitely going to buy. Magma is definitely really good. Wouldn't really use a two-piece much anymore simply because Resolve Vigor has minor resolve now, which makes no sense from the overall balance perspective. So this made this set pretty much useless. And yeah, so Magma's good for the one piece, but I wouldn't really suggest it for the two piece because you already get pretty much this whole two piece from one skill. So, and this Lustrix really isn't that great as like, it's okay, but you're better off like using Balor with Dark Convergence if you want a CC type of set. So honestly, this vendor is kind of trash. Magma is probably the best thing in here just to collect it to your sticker book. But that's probably all I'm going to buy for this week. And that's it for this one, and I'll catch you guys next week. Peace out. Alright, so there's that vendor. Let me open up the Vinci here, and let me get this uploaded, and I'll probably hop on some For Honor, I think. I don't know, maybe check out ESO real quick for a minute, see how Black Reach is going. But it was Grey House is unplayable right now. Elder Scrolls Golden Vendor. This won't take me 2 seconds. All right, so what is going on, guys? So it is February. What is going on, guys? Okay, so there's that. There's that. And that's it for this one. And okay. All right. Golden Vendor. Okay. So I've not been on the PTS to test really much of anything. Have you guys tested out Snake in the Stars or anything like that and kind of tested any of that stuff? I've not been around on that as of yet to really see how that's working. Was it re-released For Honor? I don't know if they should re-release it. I like For Honor's state currently. I mean, yeah, it needs more players, sure, but man, that cross play, man, it really helped the population in general. I really like For Honor right now is in a really good spot to where it's still fun to play. There's enough people to play it. Maybe not the most popular game in the world by any means, but man, like For Honor's fun still. It sometimes can be annoying, sure, but it's fun. Bro, dude, that's insane, dude. Okay. So I'm obviously more of a techie type of person than most other people. Because obviously doing streams and whatnot. But I just uploaded, yeah, it's granted, it's a short video. But I literally, so I updated my internet today. And, how big is a file? I uploaded a 370 megabyte video in literally 3 seconds. That is insane. That is literally insane. Like, I've never had fiber optics internet before. That's like mind-boggling. Okay. Almost ready. I'm gonna check. I'm gonna go back to Blackreach and just check it out. See what's going on before I go to play For Honor. Let me get the video finished real quick.
So PvP sucks tonight?
PvP sucks
I've been away.
tonight. Yes. It does.
It's Friday. That's weird. Was no population or?
I would say, I mean, it was laggy. It's,
Hey, hometown.
It was laggy. It also, I'm getting some nasty screen rips. What, how do you call that?
Is it from? It's not from your internet, is it?
No, it's not. I literally just uploaded my vendor video in 3 seconds onto YouTube, which is insane.
That's not normal?
No, it would have to be like a minute or two to upload.
Oh.
It literally uploaded in 3 seconds.
That's nice.
Alright, so what is going on, guys? Alright, so there's the vendor. It's up. It's
Anything
finished.
good?
No, not really. Alright. So let's go check out some Blackreach for just a minute. Just for a minute to see how it's going.
Have you checked out IC?
Was in there for a second, but didn't check the sewers, no. So Blackreach, like Grey Hills right now is a lag fest. And Blackreach is... I don't even know Blackreach, what do you even call this? It's
you
like...
tried Grey Hills?
Yeah, I tried in Grey Hills earlier.
Tonight? Oh.
It was fun for a second, and then it got really laggy really fast. Well, it really wasn't even fun, it was just kind of like trying to find people. And then I fought a DK that just held block. And then I fought a Sork that just ran into a streak and then hit Resto ultimate, so. That was my experience in Grey Host. And then it just got too Zergy for my own good. So. And then Blackreach.
Well, PvP doesn't suck then. It's just...
I couldn't find anybody in Grey Host even though there was 3 bars.
I told you bars don't really matter.
And then I go to find somebody and then I find 50 blues. And they're lagging the server down. Like I think in all of tonight I've gotten 14 kills in PvP. I think.
Nice.
So how's work going?
Well, I just got back. I took Wally for a little walk.
Nice. How warm is it there? It was
Hot.
Like 80s?
It's in the 80s.
Oh man, that would suck.
Already? Why?
It was hot yesterday. The day before.
What's hot? 60?
No, hot was like... I'm sorry, Mr. Zygzar. Sorry, buddy. It was like 80. It got like almost to 80. And I was like, jeez. We had to turn the air on.
I haven't turned the air off. Even during the winter, it never gets hot enough. I mean, it never gets cold enough.
It's pretty fun right here. Get back in there, naked gamer. But yeah, it was like 80. It was like, didn't want to turn on the air, so it was like 75 in the house. I was like, ugh, I need to turn the air on. Yeah, I don't like it being too hot either. Like, I played football, like, you know, my whole life, so I'm like used to the heat. But when I'm in my house, like, I want it like chilly. Like, I like it personally like 70, but
I like it like at 65.
That's really too cold.
I like it cold.
But
I like to be like bundled up in the house.
But ever since I moved out and I have a roommate, like he likes it warmer and it was his house, so I can't really adjust the temperature too much. But it's usually he leaves it on 72, which is fine. I've grown accustomed to it. But it's 72 and like, you know, thin basketball shorts and a t-shirt and a fan going on. You know, without the fan it gets hot. And he got on like a, like, you know, like what do they call those, the pants, like
panties?
No. No, the what is they call those?
What? Boxers?
No. It's like
what,
the
like
night pants, but they're like
pajamas?
fleece.
PJs?
Yeah, PJs, but they're like really
pajamas.
thick.
Pajama pants.
Yeah, he has those on. And I'm like, dude,
60 degrees. Nice. I want to move to Alaska for a day or two.
A day or two?
Yeah, because I'm sure I'm gonna probably complain on how cold it is. But it's weird. It's like when you watch shows or whatever and you see that it's like snowing there and people are like, they're not bundled up. So I wonder if there's snow, shouldn't they be freezing? Like, shouldn't they have like gloves and hats? But they're just walking around like it's normal. Like they're not walking around bundled up or anything. And I'm wondering,
they probably do that for the video and then they get bundled up real quick.
Okay. I was wondering if it's like kind of, you know how like Arizona has dry heat and it can be like 105 and you not know it because it doesn't feel like that.
Well, you actually, when it's 105, you feel like you're getting baked. It's a different kind of heat. It's not a humidity.
I mean, I've never.
It's a hot heat.
I've never been. I've just been told. So you have to just remember to just stay hydrated.
It's hot.
Yeah.
But it's not like.
But in Florida, it could just the humidity.
It could be 75.
Oh my gosh! And the humidity and like it's just.
It's unbearable.
Yes, it is. It gets like that too in Tennessee.
Yeah.
Doesn't it? Like the
but you have sea breeze.
So bad that sea breeze. Oh my goodness! Like if you're on the beach and you're in your bathing suit, it might be fine. But you know the sea breeze is not going through people's houses. But it's okay because you know you have AC. You just cannot live without AC in Florida. You can't.
No, it's not very fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like in Florida, it just depends, I guess, where you're at too. Yeah, you can adapt.
Your blood gets thicker.
You can adapt to the cold much easier than you can to the. Like if it gets cold, then you just put on some clothes, right?
You just kind of bundle up and
put on some clothes.
Right.
Start a fire, but if it's hot, then
it's harder to get cool.
It's harder to get cool. Oh, exactly. I used to go to elementary school. My mom always used to get mad at me, but I'd go to school, literally, because like, it would always be like 75 degrees in the classroom. So it would be 20 degrees outside. I would have a sweater on, like just a basic sweater, like a football sweater, and then wear like just basic cargo shorts and like a t-shirt to school. And my mom, everybody would be like, "Oh, aren't you cold?" I'm like, it's hot in here every single day. I'm going to school to not like sweat my balls off all day.
Yeah.
So I would wear like just shorts and a t-shirt in the middle of the winter, dead winter. My legs would be cold in the morning, but I wasn't hot all day here in school. I'd rather be cold for, and it wasn't even really cold because I always go back to the heater on the bus. So it was fine.
Right. So for the most part, you're warm.
Yeah.
Because everybody's got the heater on.
So. I mean, I still do it to this day. I literally maybe wore pants like twice this year. And that was just because it was like probably like 20 degrees outside, like when I was going when I was working, and there was no heat anywhere. So
this winter didn't really get.
It didn't really get. Well, there's a few nights it got cold.
Yeah.
There was a few nights it was like 7 outside. There was one night it was like 7 degrees. Yes, it was so cold.
How amazing.
I went outside and my lungs felt the coldness. But here, like the past few days, it's been like, it got up to like what was it? It was like, yeah, it was just like 80.
Mm-hmm.
Like if it's like below 60 to like 65 degrees outside, my window's always open. I'll leave my window open. And I close my door because you gotta think, like my computer puts out so much heat. So
does
it does. If I don't have, if the AC is not blowing and it's like 90 degrees outside, it's probably close to 75 in my room.
Like
80.
console will make your room hot.
No, not to the degree that my computer will.
Really?
My computer is like 1500 watts.
So it pushes out heat.
Yeah.
So all you need is a computer in the winter.
In the winter, yeah.
Interesting.
Like I'd be good
Is
if
that normal? Is that how everybody's computer is?
I would be good. Like if I had control of the thermostat, I would probably not even run the heat during the winter for the most part.
I wouldn't run it.
It would be like.
I can't run it.
I would keep it like at like 67. And then just stay in my room and just have my heater heating, and then keep it, kind of like okay, in the rest of the part of the house. But in my room, it would be like warm enough. What's good, Epic? How you doing, man? Yeah, I'm streaming, dude. It's been a minute. I took some time off.
You took some time.
Yeah, I took some time just to kind of evaluate. Trying to see, just kind of take some time off, be a gamer, because I played Cyberpunk for the first time. Played a single player game.
Yes, I'm
about
fun. To hop on in a minute after I finish.
Oh, I enjoy Cyberpunk too.
I love it. Did you find out when the festival's gonna be?
The what?
You said March, right? The festival.
Yeah, I know I need to level up my DK, but
March is like right around the corner, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a few weeks away.
March? No, it's not actually. Oh,
What?
yeah, it
March?
is. Wait, what's today? The 24th?
Yeah, it's like 3 weeks away. 2 weeks, 3 weeks
3
away.
weeks away. March is not 3 weeks away. The
To the
middle of
event it
March
is.
might be. Oh, okay. because March will be like next week, Thursday or is it Wednesday?
What are the odds
Will
for
be
you?
March 1st.
I may react to some videos because Hometown sent me a video I need to look at. He said, I'm gonna check it out real quick actually. See what it is. Oh yeah, I seen that. Epic sent me those 2 videos.
What videos?
Something about
Interesting.
Necrom, I think Epic said, and Hometown said, and it's like a cross-play, whatever, cross-progression in the future. Like, there's gonna be possibly, it's Interview with Bush Lambert is basically what it is. And Hometown said that there's a possibility ESO may get cross-save, where you can play on PC and console.
What?
In the future. We don't know
What are you talking about?
an exact date.
So we can play our old accounts?
Yeah, you could play on console to PC.
So
vice
like
versa.
transfer
Transfer
like,
tunes, yes.
so it'll allow us to get our old characters back?
Yeah, you'd be able to play your
Old. Well, then you'll have 2 accounts. You'll have your PC account. So how
Yeah.
does that gonna work?
well, there's no exact date on it, at least from what I've seen.
I don't know how that's gonna work, but oh my gosh.
That'd be nice, huh?
Oh, yes, that would be nice. I would be PvPing right now.
So when are they talking about it?
Oh, that
When
would
is
be
did they,
amazing.
is it just arbitrary up in the air, like, yeah, we would like to do this type thing,
Gotta
or
find that out.
like, I mean, just in short, no date. So yeah, you're talking
date.
2025.
No date. Wow, that concept is amazing.
I would
though.
say it has to be after
That
the
would be
server
amazing.
upgrades. So at the end of this year could be a possibility.
So basically, they're doing what we've asked to allow us to transfer our characters.
Yeah.
I mean, kind of in a way, you know, it's not obviously, but that would be
But
amazing.
that's like a long time.
I know.
Wait.
I mean, the thought of it.
But also,
But
yeah,
they
all the
actually
money I
thought of
spent
On what?
on my PlayStation account.
PC? Oh no, I would get on my
But
console
you
account.
have to
Like, forget
think-
about PC.
Oh yeah, yeah. But I'm saying for me, from my console account, you'd be able to actually get some of the money back from it. Like what Epic said.
Oh my goodness.
But
That would be so.
But
amazing.
you also have to think about it. What's that gonna do to the to the market?
What do you mean? Like the guild, the traders?
Yeah.
Well, it'll work itself out.
Just swap everybody in
I
and ask
mean,
questions later.
It'll have to. Yeah, I don't really care.
Because what that
Just
would
let us
mean.
have our console
Because
account.
then it's
I would never
not,
complain.
It's not PCNA anymore. It's not Xbox NA or Xbox
Yeah.
EU anymore. It's
The
ESO.
merging, right? They'd be merging everything. It seems like a big project.
It's ESO.
Like,
It's
how
like-
would that even work?
I would be. I'm worried about that.
Yeah, I would be worried about it too, but
It already lags, and there's 3 platforms.
so maybe they're separating PvE and PvP on
doubt
servers without telling us. Maybe that's what their intention is,
Beats me.
you know? Because to have everybody on, no, that wouldn't work.
I don't
out.
even know, dude.
It wouldn't.
Here's the thing, man. Like they can blow smoke. It's just blowing smoke. I really think it's
No.
just smoke blowing.
They can keep.
Because they say, oh yeah, we'd like to do this, but you know, yeah, they like to do this too, but are you gonna do it? Is the question.
Right. I mean, whether or not they do it for them thinking about it, that's a good step forward for us. I wonder, I wonder if that would bring back players, because for
Well,
PvE,
if
I mean,
it can,
PvP
if you
anyways.
can, now if
Yeah.
it's a continuous like thing where I can play on Xbox one day and now I want to play on PC the next day, Right.
Why would you do that?
I'm just saying, if it's cross save.
That just seems like such a big.
Now, if it was a one-time transfer over again, that would be fine. But
Now he talked about this. He talked about this on stream, or
it was an interview with a game thingy dude.
And he talked about,
like one of those gamer articles writers.
and he said that that's what they were working towards, or it's in the progress.
At this point, just watch it.
Yeah, we should just watch it.
And we'll check it out.
That would be amazing. Just imagine.
Yeah, we'll check it out.
We'll get the CP grind.
Well, the reason why people thought we weren't getting a new class is because Rich Lambert said we weren't going to get a new class. Until he said we did. We are getting a new class, so...
Yeah, so you are getting a new class, right?
Yeah, next update. Update 39, 38.
Yeah. I never really expect anything, so whatever they give us is like, you know, it's like fine or whatever.
I'll believe it when I see it.
Yeah. But this would be a big deal. I mean, this would probably like relight that candle. It's like burning out on ESO.
Yeah, I'll check out some videos in a minute. Epic. I'm probably gonna get on some For Honor though. It's kind of dead in ESO. It's like Black Beach has 7 blues here.
I mean, you're still fighting people.
It was not really a fighting.
Yeah. You're in somebody's keep. Wait,
Yeah,
are you
my
in
keep.
somebody... Oh, your keep. How's the internet? Does it feel good?
Yeah, it's nice. But you kind of...
Yeah, how's your Harry Potter game going?
I haven't played it.
So you haven't finished it? Is
I
anybody
still haven't
else
finished it.
playing? Yeah, you weren't. I just don't see that game. For
It was
you. I just
cool,
didn't.
but...
I just didn't. It's just not your type of game. Especially since you don't like Harry Potter.
Rapidly swap stances, you can block almost any attack. I guess it kind of helps to rapidly change, yeah. There's huge drama going on with Hogwarts. What drama other than the drama that started out? Like with the... Like... The, what do they call it? They were transphobic for playing Hogwarts.
What
Even though there's a
happened?
transgender character in the game.
Oh, there was multiple ones.
I've seen one.
Multiple.
And I thought, like, if I'm being honest, like, I thought it was, like, audio that was, like, glitched or something when I first heard it. I was like,
what was the drama?
'cause it
What's
looks like
the
a chick.
drama?
It looks like a chick.
You know, oh yeah, it did, and it was
But
a male's voice.
But it was a male's voice.
Right.
Like, I'm being honest, I thought it was like a bug.
Yeah, when you told me.
But guess what? But guess what? Like,
Nightblade?
but guess what? It's like, okay, if they sound like a dude, that, you know, that's what they sound like. That's their character. So like, I'm not.
I don't really care. Like that's
Like, they didn't make it to, like,
too much.
they didn't make it out. Here's the thing: is like they didn't make it out to be the main course of the game. Like I don't
That's
care if
too
that's
much sensitivity to
if,
me.
like if it didn't really matter to me that it was a transgender character. It's like, okay, that's the character, right? It's like, okay, it's not like it's the end all be all. You know, they didn't make it the center point of the character. It was like they were friends, and they were trying to help you, and they helped you. So that's
Well,
I think, I don't know.
What exactly was the drama?
I don't know. It's very complicated. What's her name? The writer of Harry Potter said that women can only have periods, and some other stuff happened. I don't know everything, but that's basically the gist of it. What I got from a TLDR in 3 seconds of the
well,
of the
true.
article.
Only females born as females can have periods. What's wrong with that? What's wrong with saying that?
Well, you know what's wrong with saying that.
Yeah, what is wrong with saying that is a fact?
Yeah, the people have their feelings.
Hurt? Oh,
yeah.
Okay. That's just too much sensitivity. It's a freaking game. It's not.
But on top of that, yeah, it's a game.
Like in games, you can do anything, or the game, or the, you know, the what do you call it? Who makes the games? The creator can do anything to the game. It's their game.
And then they were talking about mistreatment of goblins in the Hogwarts universe.
Oh my gosh!
And I was like, dude, it's a video game. No, it's not. That's not a joke. They complained about the treatment of goblins. The mistreatment of goblins in a video game. That's a fantasy world.
It's a game. Like, lighten up, people.
That's what kind of. Well, I was like, what the frick? I was like, that's a little bit too far.
That is. It's too. So they what? Like, people aren't playing it? Or?
There was a website that somebody made to stalk the streamers that were playing the game for people to go harass them. It's like that streamer. What was it? What was the website called? That the streamer played that. It was called something. The streamer played that wizard game. Is that what it was called, or something like that? Where it was literally a.
You're kidding.
No, I'm not.
That is just way too much. Like, to me, it's almost like, can you get a life?
But the thing is like the streamers. The thing is they're going at the wrong people. The streamers are just trying to play the game just to play it, or some. And I think it caused more. Like, people bought the game to just protest the protest, just out of spite for kind of how they're acting. It just didn't seem like a reasonable reaction to a fantasy world. You know,
well,
it's
then don't then what is their outlook on other games then if they get so sensitive about that specific game? Like they
it's because I don't even know.
Change how they make games. Like, get a life. If you're that, I mean, if you're that bothered by a video game, you have to get a
depression.
life.
Yeah, I seen that they took it down.
Video games is just video games.
Like, I don't know, man. Like, if we're being honest,
weird.
like, about the state of Hogwarts, like the state of Hogwarts. Okay, if we're being honest here, like, in the overall spectrum of Republican and, you know, that sort of thing, Democrat,
getting political.
The game's a little bit more on the what is it called?
Woke.
The loose woker side, yes.
Woke. It is.
It is a fantasy game, you know. So they
all
should
games
be
are kind of fantasy games.
Yeah.
Well, not fantasy in that sense, but like fantasy, like not real. It's not a real life scenario.
Yeah, so like, why does it matter all this much?
Exactly. Like I don't get it.
Like, why can't leisure activity be perceived as just leisure activity and leave it at that?
Because it used to be.
It used to be.
It used to be like that. Like.
Oh, and then I heard something about, what was that one game?
It's weird.
There was something,
weird.
some game, some Russian game. I heard, what is it called?
What?
There was a new game that just came out the other day. That there was like, people were like, don't buy this game because it's like Russian Russian
Supports, like,
supports. Yeah, Atomic Heart. But this it's funny. It's like it perceives the Russians as like being like in a negative light in the video game, but yet is Russian propaganda. Like what? Like I don't know the whole story about the game, and I don't want to comment on it all the way, but that's what I heard. From it is like it was like a game that was supposed to be like Russian pro-Russia type stuff, and yet it perceives Russia in a negative way. Now I thought that was kind of interesting. It's like, how can a game make a perception of a character perceived in a bad way be pro-Russian support? You know, it's like it's just interesting.
I think they should keep politics out of video games.
Yeah, that's fine with me too. It's
a game.
It's just a game.
Right. Like, stop trying to make everything about, like, everything so political and everything so, like relax. Can you relax a little bit?
Can you just play the game?
You want to play the game? I think those kind of people you'll just never be able to please.
Well, I think it's also Twitter. Twitter is where it started. Twitter is where it started, and I think Twitter's part of the problem.
Get involved with all that.
Me neither. That's why I don't hear about all this stuff.
Yeah, I don't know about it unless it's really, really important or directly affects me. It's better that way.
Yep. I just in my own little bubble.
Me too.
Like, I don't care if you got 10 trillion followers anywhere. Like, it's not like important. Pariah is probably it's not that good anymore. I would suggest something like Mars Bomb if you need to be tanky. If you want a defensive set. No problem, Edward. Glad you like it, man. What?
Oh, I was just saying hey to him.
Bring back MySpace? Oh man, I never got into MySpace.
I don't get involved in those social.
The only social media platforms, yeah. The only social media, and it's all fake, dude. If we're being honest,
it's just straight drama.
Social media is like, it's like a.
It's like.
It's all fake. It's not real.
School.
It's worse than high school drama. Because now it's like high school drama in a sense to where if validation is received
based on the number of
people.
Or, yeah, it's like a popularity contest
between the whole world.
Right, and like who cares about that?
Now watch my stream get demonetized for talking about Hogwarts Legacy. I'll laugh.
Why? Because you can't talk about another game while you play?
You can, but I'd laugh.
No, I don't think that would happen.
They did ban me or did demonetize that one stream for saying the C word.
What? Is that why?
Yeah, that's what the reason they gave me.
How do you know? They told you that?
Like a punt, but with a C word. It's a punt, like I'm punting a football.
Don't people say bad words all the time? Like I hear people on stream say bad words.
Yeah, but I guess not that one.
Oh.
It was one stream that I had for 6 hours that I said at one time in the third hour of the stream, and they demonetized that stream.
Who's watching that to know? Like they've got people that or it flags probably.
If auto flagged and they just approved of it.
That's weird.
But yeah, I said
That's so weird too.
I said the PUNT, but with the C at the start.
You said that before.
I did, yeah. But it was
and it's popular in the UK, right?
Yeah, right.
I see that all the time. But yeah, that's what I thought. I thought that kind of came from them.
But it was only one stream. It's not like it's that big of a deal, but it's like.
Don't worry.
It's like really. Oh my goodness, there's like a lot of these people here. I can't even cloak.
Oh, Sonic?
I can't cloak. I couldn't even cloak.
I gotta concentrate on this.
Alright, I got it. So, for honor it is.
I would imagine Sawman. I don't know. Does he cuss a lot?
Sawman says it all the time. He couldn't stream on YouTube.
So, Double Cream said we say that word in a way to welcome people to the. I mean, I know when I watch shows, it's like a common thing people say. But it is a bad word, right? Over here in the States, it's not like.
Can I not?
It's kind of a rude word. I don't think you would.
Is that the update for honor or something?
What? Or you're getting on For Honor?
Yeah. Hold on a second, guys.
I don't know.
Can I not open up For Honor? Okay, let's open up Steam then. Okay, can you open up Steam, please?
Yeah. You need to level up your DK.
I do.
For sure.
I can't even open up. How can I open? Okay. I don't even understand why I can't open up Steam either.
You don't think it's like your internet?
No, it's on the
Getting
internet.
trouble?
I seriously don't know why I can't open up Steam.
It's weird.
Okay. Okay, for honor. Open file location. Alright, we'll just. Can we do that? I can't even. I don't know why I can't open up anything.
Maybe you just need to reset everything.
Yeah, but then I'll have to reset the stream.
Oh. Well, I don't know.
Well. Let me just see if I can close it and now. I don't understand why I can't open up Steam.
You didn't reset anything, like, even
React
after
to
you-
videos? I guess we'll react to videos then. Alright. I think videos work. I think. They do. Videos work. Alright, we'll watch some videos then. Alright, let me get my dude up here. My little Godzilla. All right. Pause music. So is this the one that I should look at first? I have played Hogwarts Legacy. I played it some.
Are there any new taunts coming to ESO with this new expansion?
What do we mean by taunts?
Well, lots of fans have been asking for an AoE taunt
What do we?
that
I
are there any
wait,
new
hold
taunts
on,
coming?
hold on.
I don't see anything.
There we go. Hold on.
Are there any new taunts coming to ESO with this new expansion?
What do we mean by taunts?
Like, What does a taunt mean, guys? Are you an MMO player? Do you not know what a taunt is? Creative.
I can't hear him.
You can't hear him.
Are we supposed to be able to hear him?
He's not talking right now. I'm just commenting. Man said.
I didn't hear what he said.
Man said, "What do you mean by taunts?"
What was the question?
Is there any new taunts coming into ESO? And Rich Lambert said, "What do you mean by
What do you mean
taunts?"
by taunt? I only play Nightblade.
Ooh.
So I guess that's a no.
Oh man. Alright, let's check this
How
out.
does he not
Are there
know what
any
a
new
taunt
taunts
is?
coming to ESO?
I think he's
with this new expansion?
joking. That
What do
must
we
be
mean
a
by
joke.
taunts?
Well, lots of fans have been asking
It's
for an
obviously
AoE
a joke.
taunt. That
Oh yeah.
is there any current
AoE
plans to add
taunts aren't
one?
ever going to happen. No.
Never.
We don't want I mean, you never say never, right? But that's not really in our DNA. Tanking is supposed to be an active thing, and in ESO, the tank's job isn't necessarily to grab every single monster. The tank's job is to grab the one that is going to kill everybody, and then as they have time, pick up the other one.
Will we see multiple Daedric princes making an appearance in this new expansion?
I mean, all I can say to that is you're going to have to jump in and see.
I don't know. Maybe.
I'm not going to spoil stories.
Is there going to be a level cap increase to player or CP? And if so, how much are you raising that CP?
I mean,
Okay, there is no CP cap. There's no need for a CP cap. We already have unlimited CP. You're capped at pretty much 1500 already. So like, this guy may not be like extremely well versed into ESO. But 1500 really is the cap now, not 3600. And there's no sense to increase the cap. But like, CP cap is 3600, but you don't need that much.
CP, the cap is 3600. Like, is there really a reason to go any higher than that?
Exactly.
Like, there's very few people that are at 3600. In terms of gear, like, we've talked about that in the past, and does that even really matter? Like, why would you want to increase it to CP 180 or CP 200, right? Like, it doesn't really do anything or change anything in terms of the overall kind of progression. So we don't really see a need to do any of that. We may add more things to
Saying that there's no need to increase the CP cap because it's already 3600.
spend CP on in the tree, but I don't think we will be increasing that cap anytime soon.
Okay. With the new City of the Dead and the huge sense of importance it has to the Dark Elves, are the necromancer abilities that are considered crimes going to be treated more seriously in this new zone?
I mean, that's going to be one of those. That's a really cool question, by the way. But that's going to be one of those things where just kind of jump in and play and see for yourself.
Are we going to see some armor set designs based on Apocrypha?
Yes. I'll leave it at that. There's some really freaking cool ones.
Are we going to see any exclusive quest for vampires with the Dusk Sabers?
That's going to be one of those things that, again, jump in and play and see, right? Like, I don't want to spoil stuff.
For the new ability Apocrypha Gates, can the whole team use the portals or just you?
That's one of the things we're testing and playing with right now. I mean, right now, yes.
Right now,
but
yes.
One of the things we do in terms of
worrying.
our testing is right now we're looking for ways players can abuse and break this. And one of the things we definitely don't want to do is have any kind of like pre-buffing where you can do things, get yourself buffed up before you go into combat and then jump into combat and, have this either crazy alpha strike or crazy, like we had kind of pre-buffing in the game before and it was terrible.
There's pre-buffing still in the game now. Maybe he's meaning by ability pre-buffing, but like you hit your rally before a fight, you hit your armor buff before a fight. You want to make sure you're at your most optimal mitigation. Even in PvE, you don't hit your armor buff as soon as you get into a fight.
Because a lot of people would, go out of their way to build these crazy pre-buff sets and then swap all their gear out really quick and then get into combat, and it was just a terrible experience. So,
unless it's like pre-buffing like swapping gear and whatnot, it's like out of combat, then yeah, that's definitely not a good thing.
That's what we're looking for. We're looking for those kind of loopholes right now in our testing.
I can tell you a loophole right now is going to be with when they teleport. If they teleport their whole entire group in PvP, rolling through a Zerg, with a teleport with
That's not gonna
Apocrypha
happen.
Gate. Yeah, it may happen though.
That's not gonna happen.
Okay.
Any other details
That's
on update 40?
ridiculous.
Like, is this specifically
never let that
two-person
happen.
content?
I mean, you're gonna have to wait and see on that kind of stuff, but there's lots of quality of life improvements planned and coming. I let a few of them slip if you go back and really listen hard. So we're trying to do our best to not only improve the overall stability and polish of the game, but make players' lives easier. Necrom is not only for brand new players, it's also for veteran players and existing players, and there's kind of something for everybody. We've got a really cool 12-player trial, Insanity's Edge, that the team, and I say this all the time, but the team took a lot of feedback from Dreadsail Reef, which players really enjoyed, and they took a lot of feedback and kind of one-up themselves in this trial. So our vets, they're really going to dig what Sanity's Edge is and what they have planned for them.
I do want to, because I do have you for a few more minutes, I do want to talk about like the challenges of what the MMO genre has become over these last decade. I mean, like the MMO used to attract a very specific type of gamer that was there for a very specific reason, right? Gear, grind that gear, first to the server, that kind of stuff. But now, and this includes ESO, there's such a plethora of gamers that play MMOs. You have you have your lore people that go in and play the story. You have the people who have 10 alts that want all the awesome gear. You have people who just PvP. You have people who just PvE. Yep. You have people that just want to do the professions and nothing else. They want to play economy sim. What are the challenges? And I ask you this every expansion because I think it's you learn every expansion to make sure you cover the gamut so that every genre of player has a little bit of piece that they can enjoy of the pie.
Yeah, well, we know that's not true for PvP players.
That's right there is kind of the nail on the head, is how do we try to appease is not the right word, but how do we try to make sure that all of our different segments of players have something to kind of look forward to? And the way we've tried to solve it is over the course of the year, we make sure that there's kind of something for everybody. So, we haven't necessarily done that perfectly. Our PvP players are like, where's our PvP stuff? And I've talked a lot about, why that has been, delayed over the course of the last few years, just because performance sucks and we want to get that better. But we're working on that stuff. But there's, new cosmetics and item sets and things that we're putting in there to try to help with that. But we try to make sure that there's, over the course of the year, something for all those types of players. So, obviously the chapters and the story content, they're focused around kind of those people that are at the core kind of Elder Scrolls experience, that love the stories, love the exploration. But then we have those alternate activities that we put in there. That's kind of where Tales of Tribute came in. That is definitely where Antiquities and whatnot came in, where players don't need to quest and kill to do those things. They can just enjoy their time. We've obviously got the dungeons and the world events and the trials. That's appeals to those group oriented folks, and so it's one of those things we try to make sure, like I said, over the course of the year, that there's kind of something there for everybody. And it's hard because it's a really diverse group and different groups of people. And if you talk to 10 different people, they're going to tell you ESO can be played in 10 completely different ways.
And then the last question I have for you is, every year you probably talk about this, but as technology rapidly evolves, I mean, there's the RTX and architecture and all these other tools that are at your disposal. Does it ever come up in a conversation, well, we should rebuild? Like, we should stop, we should next everything and rebuild. But how tempting is that to do? Because it's not something you would do lightly at all, because you've done all this work.
That's a huge undertaking.
But at the same time, as games get older, it gets harder and harder to keep up technology, and more tools become useful for you as developers. And you're like, wow, if we had that in this would be great, but we can't build it because the architecture is too old or whatnot.
Yeah, I mean, there's always some of that, right? You want to be perfect. You think you're a lot smarter now than you were back then. But there's also a lot of risk associated with that. Knowing what you have now, it works. And I'm saying works in air quotes, because there's always issues, right? But it works. It's proven. going back and rebuilding something from scratch isn't necessarily going to mean it's going to be better. Sure, the technology is different and it can potentially do more things or different things, but it doesn't necessarily mean it will be more performant or that it will work better or it will be better. And that's the risk. And that's one of the things that any technology company, goes through, right? When they've been working on something for as long as they have is there a right time to do this? Do you rip things out and start all over again? And we've done a lot of that work over the years. We've done a lot of work on the rendering. We've done a lot of work on the server. We've done a lot of that stuff, but like a wholesale rewrite of, say, the client, that is extremely risky and extremely time consuming to do. And it might not actually be the right thing to do.
Yeah, I don't think that'll ever happen. That will never happen.
What?
A complete rewrite of the game.
See? Was that what he's saying that they're going to do?
No, they're not going to do it.
Oh.
So here's this other one. Here's the other video. Are they the same thing or are they different? Oh, this is a different one.
Hi, Rich. How you doing?
I'm good.
So, Rich, there's a lot of stuff to unpack here after your reveal. Lots of stuff. First thing I want to talk about is when you guys decided initially to go to Necrom and how you decided you were going to do Apocrypha and how you guys tackled that. Because I know you went into the Dragonborn DLC for some inspiration, but that was only part of it.
One of the best ways to kind of walk through this is we always look back at what we've done before we kind of move forward in terms of kind of figuring out what we want to do and the types of stories we want to tell and so on and so forth, because we want everything to feel different. And so when you look back at High Isle, it was kind of very traditional fantasy. It was a little bit more grounded storyline, grounded in reality. It was more about politics. So we wanted to kind of blow the doors off on that. And as we started kind of figuring out what we could and couldn't do or where we should and shouldn't do, Hermaeus Mora actually came up. And Hermaeus Mora is, a really cool Daedric prince. They're all about knowledge and collecting that knowledge. But they also have this really cool kind of cosmic horror vibe, this Lovecraftian feel. And we haven't really explored that. So we knew that's kind of where we wanted to go. And then we needed a place to kind of put our story, and it just made sense to go back to Morrowind, to go to the Telvanni Peninsula, because the Telvanni Magisters live there, and they're some of the most powerful mages in all of Tamriel. So it was just kind of this good, and this is going to sound buzzwordy, but kind of good synergistic match between, the kind of the cosmic horror and Hermaeus Mora, and then Morrowind and the Telvanni.
And you folks, your team's learned a lot from previous chapters. What was one big lesson you took from the last chapter and applied it to Necrom?
I think the biggest bit of feedback that we got was that some of our more veteran players started commenting that High Isle felt a little bit too formulaic in terms of it's the same kinds of things, telling the stories in the same kinds of ways. People liked the story, but they just felt like it didn't really surprise them, and they wanted something to surprise them. And so that's what we did with this year, and it's going to be very interesting to see how players react to it. I think it's some of our best storytelling ever. It's definitely some of the coolest visuals we've ever done, and when you incorporate kind of the new class on top of that, it's just going to be, just a fantastic.
Yeah, speaking of the new class, I mean, I think every fan of ESO Online, well, they're always pounding their desk because they want that new class. But talk about some of the prepping and how you may create a new class to fit the theme of the expansion, as well as how it affects the entire game's ecosystem.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely challenging. Balance is one part of that, where, how is this going to fit in with all the other ones? We wanted to make sure that the class played different. Like, it looks and sounds extremely different, but it also needed to play different. It couldn't be this kind of the same thing. And so we spent a lot of time on that, but there were also a lot of technical challenges that you have to.
I just hope that what do you call it? What's the class called? Arcanist? I just hope it's not clunky like Necromancer was when it first released. Because, like, clunky is it's just a feel thing, and I think that Necromancer was kind of rushed out the door. and it's still clunky, like especially with blast bones. And just most of the animations on Necromancer are clunky, like Resilient Flesh. The flame skulls are very animation based. When you have just basic animations like Whip on DK or can see Weapon on Nightblade, they just feel smoother when you compare it to something like a Necromancer. Heck, even Warden, like with Shocks, was kind of clunky at first, but it's also new. But I mean, it's Warden has not been new for a while, so and it still kind of feels clunky sometimes. But Necromancer's the far worst.
To figure out, and a new class is hard, and it's new art, it's new animations, it's a whole bunch of new memory that needs to get reserved on the client. So it was a lot of work kind of under the hood that the engineering staff had to do for a long time. It took them, about a year to really dig into that and get us the ability to do this safely. And so, it was an interesting challenge to do kind of both things at the same time for this class.
Now, in terms of other classes in the game, you always try to touch on like one class every expansion a little bit. Like, obviously the Necrom class is what you're going to focus on this one, but what are some of the other things that other classes like the Warden might get in this new expansion?
Really, the focus is on the Arcanist. We've done some balance things. With update 37, we focused on some of the kind of the big mechanics in terms of like light attacks and also with block to try to improve the quality of life there. And I think, at least based on the feedback that we've gotten on PTS so far, we kind of hit the marks there, and people are really happy with those changes. So, we'll continue to monitor that stuff. We do have some balanced things, but there's no major overhauls coming.
It's a never-ending cycle, right? Hey, we brought a new class, great, but what about my class, right? Every expansion.
And you read the forums and people are like, just delete this class, it's completely unplayable. And you see that feedback for every single class in the game, and it's like, I'm pretty sure we don't have to delete every class in the game, like they're all valid. So it's, I get there's passion there, right? And there's people that feel strongly about certain things, but there's also a lot of hyperbole out there as well.
Mm-hmm. You're kind of cryptic in your overall roadmap, right? You say new game system. Like, what does that mean? Does that mean new profession? Does that mean new mechanics for certain other characters? Like, what does that mean? That's very cryptic. I like it.
It can mean anything.
Anything
right?
is possible.
Like it could literally mean anything. But the ultimate goal is something that's a little bit more systemic, something that gives players a little bit more to kind of dig into. With the quests are fantastic and the stories are fantastic. We're never going to stop doing that. But for a lot of players, it's kind of one and done. You go and you do it once, and then you don't do it again. Unless you play alts, or
are they doing New Game Plus for ESO?
where you have
That'd
some other reasons to maybe go and look at some of the choices. So for that kind of fourth quarter update, we want to get something that's a little bit more systemic in there. So I teased kind of Dungeon Runner with a friend in the global reveal, which I won't talk about at this point. We're gonna let the chapter settle in, but those kinds of things, those systemic type things.
You're introducing a combo system, which a couple of MMOs have tried in the past, and it's an interesting system. But correct me if I'm wrong here, but I was watching, it's kind of a reverse combo system where you have like visual cues about how many times you have to do something. Then when the runes are gone, that's when you can do your big attack. Is that how that works?
Well, so it is a combo point system. So there are some builders, there are some spenders. With us being ESO, there's morphs, so you can kind of change those. Some abilities that don't necessarily have a builder or spender aspect can be morphed into that. But the big difference with us is anything that's a spender you can always cast even if you don't have Crux. So what the Crux does, or the combo points do, is they add potential functionality to the abilities. So they could add a little bit more damage in the case of a damage ability, or reduce the cost, or do something else. The example that I've kind of been giving, because I've been healing a lot on the Arcanist, and I really enjoy the healing, is one of their heals is this kind of beam that you can aim. So you're targeting people with this beam and hitting them and healing them, which is fun by itself. But when you morph it to be a spender, not only does it heal, but it also returns stamina and magicka back to the person that you're healing. So that's just kind of one example of it, but there's lots of abilities that kind of fall into that. And one of the reasons we went with kind of this system is we wanted the class mechanically to play different and feel different for our veterans. But it's not a hard combo system, so that newer players can get in and just use the abilities. And you know, you can always cast this ability even if it's a spender. It'll just do something different. If you do have the crux.
Can you talk about the aesthetic design of that system, because you're very visual and cues with this game. You know, a lot of people look at like a bar, or they look at like a gauge that has like a 1, 2, 3, whatever. They have like numbers, right? But you're very immersive in your world and in your combat. Can you talk about how you developed that combo point system, maintaining that illusion of like, you know, without having to look at a bar being like, oh, I have 4 exactly in the bottom right hand corner and this is where I'm stacked. It's actually on the character itself.
Yeah, that's what
correct?
makes ESO better than
It is,
every
and
other
that's
game.
something that's kind of been one of our biggest pillars in terms of design is we want you to play the game and not the UI.
Correct. 100%
And
agree
we've
with that.
kind of slowly relaxed that over time, and we've added more things to help those players that like to, you know, have the UI help remind them, you know, in terms of ability timers and things like that. But it's still a huge part of kind of our DNA. And so with the class,
That's one thing that makes ESO better than most games is you don't have to even play with UI on it all. The only thing that UI does is like tells you your health, magic, and stam. You can even tell if you're dying without even UI. Now you can't tell if how much magic or stamina you have without UI. But for the most part, you're not looking down at your skills and like, ooh, is this skill off cooldown yet? You know, that's the big thing about ESO that I think a lot of us enjoy is that aspect alone. Is like it doesn't you're playing the game, you're playing as your character, you're not looking at numbers on the screen and like, ooh, can I cast this ability now? That sort of thing.
we wanted to make sure that you could see when you have generated crux. And there are essentially these little kind of triangle thingies that float around the character. And then when you spend crux, those little indicators that are floating around you go away. So it's really easy to tell when you have them, when you don't. And that helps into just learning when and how to, you know, generate and spend them, and when's the best time to potentially use that heal that returns resources, right? You know, you probably want to save that and use that when you have 3 crux generated instead of none or 1.
You know, I'm curious because you can play your game in third person or first person. If you're in first person, how do you see the crux, and was that a challenge?
It has certainly been a challenge. That's something that we've talked a lot about in terms of how do we ensure that the animations and all of the effects work in first person. We're still going through that stuff, but we've got some pretty good ideas.
That's awesome. And previously you released archaeology and your card game in the world of One Tamriel as well. You talk about like what's it been like seeing players do that up until this point, and what you've learned from it to improve it moving forward.
So with Tales of Tribute,
Crux seems like bound armaments with seething fury type mechanic. Yeah, it just works just like, at least from the way from what I've seen, is it works exactly like Flames of Oblivion does, kind of, using the Molten Whip morph. It works exactly like that, using your Ardent Flame skills to generate stacks, which generates Molten Whip. It's exactly like that. Boom.
you know, we weren't. I mean, we knew it was a good game, and we knew, you know, we were really excited about it because we were holding tournaments internally, and we've never done that with anything we've ever done up to that point. So it was good to see that, you know, players embraced it. They really enjoy it, and given us tons of feedback over this past year of what they'd like to see, you know, the balance problems, cards they would like to see tuned or tweaked. And so we've done a lot of that over time. We've added a lot of kind of quality of life improvements to the card game, and we've also added new decks. And so we're going to continue to do that. We have a new deck coming in the chapter as part of Tales of Tribute. And yeah, as long as players are enjoying playing that and want more stuff, we'll continue to support it. Yeah, it's, you know, the antiquity system in general is something that players really dig on, you know, no pun intended there. Where they just, you know, they love the exploration aspect. That's one of the big bits that we get from all of our players is they love the stories and they love to explore. And that's what Antiquities really is a part of, is going through and discovering new lore and getting cool items and tchotchkes and furnishings and things like that. So pretty much every update we've added more antiquities, especially at the chapter level. We've added a bunch. So yeah, that's another one of the systems that we continue to support and add to.
Apologies, I called it archaeology. That's the WoW in me coming out. I'm sorry.
No, I get it.
Antiquities.
Yeah, I get it.
So, and then the last question I have for me before I get into the community questions is the one I always have to ask you, Rich, every time. So, any plans for cross progression and or crossplay or a paid transfer in the future?
I mean, it's going to be the same answer, right? Like, it's a huge technical thing. I think it is more likely that account transfers will happen in the future than any kind of cross-play type thing, just because of those technical challenges.
So he says that it's more likely to happen to where you can transfer your account over than to cross progress on multiple different platforms. So it would be like you go from Xbox to PlayStation, or you go from Xbox to PC, is what he said.
It still allows us to transfer.
Yes, but it's more likely than it will be
That would
that than
happen.
cross progression.
Yeah,
it's a
that would
huge
be fine. I mean, we've said that all along. That that would be amazing, amazing.
We made a lot of
'Cause we've
decisions back.
spent so much money
I know.
and time and money. Like,
I'm
imagine
12, well, at least
we'd
10,000
be able
hours
to
on
jump
the
right into
console.
the game. Oh my gosh, that would be amazing.
All right, let me finish. Got like a minute left.
Back in 2007 that we probably wish we didn't. We're a lot smarter now.
Wait, what did he
Those
say?
technical challenges.
Hold on.
It's a huge undertaking. We made a lot of decisions back in 2007 that we probably wish we didn't. We're a lot smarter now. But yeah, it's a huge undertaking.
Perfect. And when does Necrom come out? When can people experience this new expansion?
In June. So it's the first or second, I think it's June 6th on PC. Becca might be able to help me with that. And then it's 2 weeks later on console.
Right, because you got to make sure you get all the things nice and finely tuned for certain.
That's right. That is right.
No, it is important that, like, it really is. I'm going to read you the community questions after this, but yeah, you're right. I just like asking that question because I think it needs to be hammered in people's heads how difficult it is to do that. Like, it's expected now, but in 2007, what was crossplay?
Right. And I mean, even, it's expected now, and I'm saying that in air quotes, but first parties don't like each other. They don't like working with each other. It's a hard thing to do, and they all have their own things, and navigating that is difficult. And if you're kind of the big dog on there, you can force it your way through, kind of like what Fortnite did. But it's still a challenge to get through.
Yeah, like I know for crossplay on console right now, like Sony and Xbox like refuse to have their logo shown on the console side. Like, so you see a controller instead, because like they're like, you can't have our logo on that system. Like, it's weird,
Right.
weird petty stuff.
That's interesting. Well, that's interesting for sure. Let's see if I can open up For Honor now. No, still won't let me open up For Honor. Or Steam. Well. Can I open up ESO? Oh, it lets me open up ESO. But I can't open up For Honor. Alright then. Well. That sucks. I guess we can hop on the PTS maybe, but... Yeah, I'll have to do that. No, I'm not trying putting my PC in ice yet. I don't know if I want to hop on, I don't know if I want to hop on the PTS or not. I don't know. Tell you how accurate your video is? Yeah, send it to me, Epic. I'll watch it. Is it got any copyright music on it? Just kidding. Yeah, we'll check out your video. Just send me the link. I don't know why I can't open up Steam. That sucks. Well, check out your video, then I'll probably wrap up the stream. No, I won't let me open up For Honor. I have to. I can play New World. Nah, I'm not playing New World. Not playing New World right now. We could check out some Throne of Liberty stuff, maybe. I don't know.
Hello everyone and welcome back to another random installment of one of my videos. Today we are going to be playing the brand new Arcanist class.
Play Harry Potter.
No, I don't play Harry Potter. So you just stand there and it plays for you? I've played some games like this. These are pretty fun. Apocrypha Gate. This shoots like Portal. Abyssal Impact. Thrust forward with the power of Apocrypha, stunning your enemies. Radiant Oppression, Apocrypha. CMX recap. 8 Spar Rune Blades, 7 million damage. ESO crashes. Some insane new mythic item that is clearly very overtuned. What you could have done is you could have just as like a little tip. Some things, like, I would have made these like little short things a little bit longer, so where you could read it, if that makes any sense, without having to pause it. If that makes sense, Epic. Some things can go fast, but if there's a lot of stuff going on screen, see, like, there's nothing wrong with having longer text. Just make sure people can read it like in an ample time. So like you could have adjusted some of them that are like short, like a 1 sentence, to make it like, you know, like a second or 5 seconds. But this one needs to be like maybe 10 seconds, or unless you just cut out, just like zoomed in a central combat feature or something like that. I got you. Holy, that's a wall. Please stop putting all the money we give you back into the crown, sir. Please prioritize bug fixes and performance issues. Stop removing and watering down combat features. Please have more communication with the player base to do polls on new features. Remove concrates. Add some PvP stuff that is not item sets. Stop catering to the game towards players who play for 5 days and never played again. Bring back class representatives. Release new content and a complete state. Unnerf crystal weapon. And let me cast it itself, and new fun combat mechanics, new ways to approach fights that are not new sets, reworks, or old sets. I do not want to overwhelm you with the amount of work this game needs. Start with these, please. Oh, well. It is accurate. It's accurate for sure. Let's see. Why can't? Well, I guess we'll wrap it up on that note then. I'll probably check out some stuff on because I can't open up For Honor. Like, it literally won't let me open it up. I think I'll check out some stuff on Throne and Liberty. Probably do a video on that. Yeah, like ESO was fun, but like it was laggy. It just it was laggy. Put it as admin. See if I can then. Yeah, so it still won't even let me run it. It won't even let me run Steam as admin. It won't even let me do it. Oh well. Well, I appreciate you guys hanging out. I'll definitely stream some For Honor probably this weekend, maybe. Definitely, may be able to stream some tomorrow, a little bit later in the evening. But I'm definitely gonna hit the videos back. I'm gonna be covering some stuff. I'll probably do a video or two on the PTS, going over like the final changes before they go live. Guys talking about them. I definitely need to do my light attack video. But overall, like ESO is like there's not like after like the PTS until the new class gets here, it's like there's nothing to cover, right? It's like you could get like one or two good videos that have actually information, but other than that, it's like 10,000 build video, Templar DK Nightblade build video that you've posted the same build for, like you change one set and one glyph, and it's the same build. You know. But anyways, I may level up my DK some. But yeah, guys, I appreciate you guys hanging out. Sorry, couldn't get on some For Honor even afterwards and had some issues with ESO today, with performance and whatnot. But appreciate you guys for hanging out. I will be back to streaming regular schedule. Should be normally. I'll probably be streaming in the evening for the next week or two until this towel job's finished. I got a towel job the next week that I'm starting. So, well, I appreciate you guys hanging out, and I will catch you guys later. Peace.